Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So let me apologize in advance because this sound off might be all over the place because baby, last night's episode got on my nerves. So let's get into this. So we're back at the conversation that Mia is having with Peter over FaceTime. And she's letting us know that Peter is her family. She's known Peter for all this time, yada, yada, yada. They knew each other from Charlotte, I guess, when he was over there setting up Bar One. And according to Portia, he was paying the waitresses in peen. But I guess we're supposed to care about her friendship and relationship with Peter because he was on Roa. And Mia, we do not care. He did not have the best reputation on that show, and I've never liked Peter. I ain't never liked Peter since he stepped on the scene. The way that he interacts with women has always rubbed me the wrong way. The way he speaks to women, the way he addresses women. I ain't never liked Peter. So I don't know seeing so much Peter on this show. I don't understand it. And it seems like he's still up to his messy ass Patricia ways, and I'm not here for it. But anyways, and let me tell you how this fandom is nothing to be played with. Somebody took a steal of where one of the pictures that I guess Mia provided, it was a group picture, and they blurred everyone's faces out except for Mia, Gordon, and Peter. And there was some woman taking a picture where she was very close up on Peter, but that person didn't look like Cynthia. And according to the timeline that Mia is giving us, Peter was very much still supposed to be married to Cynthia. So who was that? Anyways, so I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all, I do not care about Ashley and her divorce storyline. I promise I don't. I don't believe her. I feel like she's lying. I feel like this thing is all over the place, and I just don't care. Like I don't care. There's nothing about this that I care about. She's saying how now all of a sudden Michael's acting funny with her, and it's just like, girl. Anyways, next. So we get this scene with Mia pretty much berating Jacqueline, who's supposed to be her bestie, who's supposed to be like her sister, because the girl asked her for spray deodorant. Now, Jacqueline, you know your friend. You know your friend ain't shit. You know how she behaves. Girl, if you forgot your shit, you better Instacart and get some stuff over, get some stuff sent over to you because you have a raggedy friend. But Miss Mia, you are raggedy. You are raggedy, Mia. You were just telling us that this woman is your best friend and that she said she would raise your children if, God forbid, the worst took place. And you're going to use her asking for spray deodorant. You're going to drag her about that. You're going to embarrass her about that. You're going to use that to belittle your friend. The way she's treating Jacqueline in this scene, nobody is talking about this. Like, nobody is saying anything about it. The way that Mia was treating Jacqueline in that scene or this episode was pure trash. And I don't know why I expected more from Mia, but anyways. Now, Charisse, you have really, truly disappointed me. And like I said, when they get rid of you next season, I'm not going to care. I'm not going to feel bad for you because you are being obnoxious. And I do believe you are the real grand dame in Potomac. But you don't act like, you ain't giving that. You don't give that. If the accommodations are not to your liking, I totally understand going and getting a hotel. But you're going to let them convince you not to get a hotel room because this plan of getting Candace and Wendy to share a bed is so important to them. So they're doing everything they can to convince Charisse to stay. And Charisse, you came back this season to go outside because you look pathetic. You did the same shit season 1, right? Wasn't it Charisse? I think it was Charisse. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Charisse. When they went to Ashley and Michael's beach house and the house that had no air conditioning and the rooms they had to share it, Charisse did the same thing. Like, oh my God, I'm going to call and get a hotel. And then you didn't do it. You're going to pull this mess again? Girl, bye. When they get rid of your ass the next time, I will not be feeling bad. Now, as far as this whole Charisse and Karen beef, I'm starting to lose interest because I don't believe that there's really any beef. I wanted Charisse to come back. I was one of the very few that wanted Charisse to come back because I enjoyed the dynamic between Charisse, Karen, and Giselle. Charisse and Karen would kind of bicker back and forth, and then they would team up together and they would read Giselle for filth. And we're not getting any of that right now. So I don't know. And I don't believe there's really any beef because Charisse came season 5 and was at all the events, and Karen, you didn't have a problem with it. Now all of a sudden Karen has issue with Charisse. Okay, so now we're starting to get into some things. Okay, we get this scene with Ashley's outside doing her TikToks. Giselle is over there gassing her up. Mia comes outside and they're like, where are we going for dinner? And she's like, we're going to bar one. Okay. And Ashley's like, is Wendy okay with this? Because you know they have some things going on. And then here comes Mia. Well, I heard that Peter has beef with Wendy. And it's just like, okay. So Giselle lets us know that Peter had told her a while ago that Wendy was doing her research on Peter, trying to find out things that he liked so that she could come to him and ask him to be a business partner in this thing that he was, in this lounge that he was setting up. But he told Giselle that he wasn't taking her seriously. He didn't even know her name, and that he was just going to play along with her. That sounds like a scam to me. That sounds like a scam. Because what do you mean you're just going to play along with her, but you have provided her with the contract or proposal? And what do you mean play along? If you're just playing along and the contract that you sent over to Wendy is some bullshit, then what are you upset about? Why do you have beef with Wendy? And Mia's thinking she's just like, he has beef, quote unquote beef. And I'm just looking at all three of y'all because y'all look like dummies. Like, who the fuck is Peter? Fuck out of here with that. That scene really irritated my spirit. Like, that was where the frustration began for me. Because y'all are making it seem like Peter is this business mogul that, oh my God, everybody is running after Peter because they want to start a business with Peter. And that is not the case. Since Peter's introduction to us Housewives fans, it has been one fuck up after the next fuck up after the next closed business. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all acting like Peter got a spot on the Shark Tank or something. She wanted to start a business with Peter. Like, who the fuck cares about Peter? So he could steal her money like he did Cynthia? And Peter, that's how we know you really are a messy bitch. Nene ain't lied yet. Nene ain't told one lie yet.
We can stay out of women's business.
You been a messy ass little bitch. Because why? Like, really? So you're going around talking to Mia, talking to Giselle, talking to Wendy, talking to Charisse at your big ass age. One whole grandpa, you. And you got no shame. You ain't got no shame behind doing any of this. Just going from woman to woman, starting mess and creating drama. So these ladies are on their way to dinner and they're in the car, and it is Mia, Karen, Wendy, and Jacqueline. And Mia's already trying to start some shit. She's just trying to start some shit. She's on a mission. She's trying to redeem herself. She's trying to make sure she holds on to that champagne flute. And so she starts saying to Karen, well, I know Charisse is not your favorite person. And Karen's like, girl, don't speak for me. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. And my whole thing was like, Uswanayonde. Like, what does that have to do with you if Charisse and Karen don't like each other? If Charisse and Karen don't like each other and you know that, why did you even invite Charisse on the trip? Anyways. So she's saying how, oh, well, she was being dramatic and theatrical about not having her own bathroom. And I think Jacqueline was trying to say something and she's like, I'm not talking to you. And Jacqueline was like, kind of went in her shell. And I was just like, why do you allow this bitch to talk to you? Like, see, I don't know what y'all see about Mia, but for me, there's nothing to like. Get this troll up out of here. Get this Bigfoot ass Yeti off of our show. She is declassing the show. She needs to go. Ugh. Like, why would you? This is your best friend. Why would you talk to her like that? Like, she's not a grown ass woman. I'm not talking to you. What? For why? As you're sitting here trying to get yourself in between Karen and Sharice's issues, you can't even talk to your best friend with any type of respect. Girl. Anyways, in the other car, they're talking about if you go number 2 in front of your mate, spouse, partner. No, who does that? Y'all are nasty. Some things need to stay private and separate. Like, everybody knows how people function. We don't need to see it. We don't need to witness it. Like, why are we talking about this? Ugh. I would have been mad if I was in the car with them. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, ew. Going on with that conversation. Let's talk about something else. Yo, Mia's really getting on my nerves trying to flex this whole Peter. I know Peter. Peter's family. Peter's family. I've been to all the bar ones. Bar one and club one and all the ones. Girl, we don't give a damn. We do not care. We do not care. Nobody cares. Nobody. Anyway, Robin clocks in because she knows, like, okay, this is boring. We gotta do something. We gotta turn up. So she brings up Candace and she's asking, when is Candace getting here? She's gonna ask Mia. You know Mia don't know shit. Mia don't even know how old she is. Wendy answers she's gonna land at 10, and then Ashley tries to take a shot and says that, oh my God, everything's gonna change once she gets here. It's gonna change the air. And Robin was like, yeah, because girl, y'all talking about each other's husbands. Y'all got a big old issue. And Ashley's like, I don't understand what you mean. But I guess this was the scheme that y'all came up with to come to us with the bullshit. This was a way to revisit the whole thing with Deborah, because Robin wasn't there the first time that Ashley supposedly dropped the bomb, right? Ashley's still trying to push this story or this narrative that Chris is too flirty with the girls. And it's just like, I don't know. Y'all are whack. Y'all are so whack. Y'all are so whack. Like, nobody believes you. We have all taken a good look at Miss Deborah and Chris. If Chris is trying to risk it all for Deborah and 52-year-old Giselle, then Chris, you down bad. But anywho, but Ashley wants to clarify, like, did y'all hear me say anything about him rubbing up on my friend's butt? And Giselle, the main one who was going around telling everybody this, she's sitting there like, it took for Wendy to say, yeah, that was said. Somebody did repeat that. And Robin was like, well, everybody came and told me that. See, Robin, you're going to get the business this review, because who was everybody? Giselle came and told you that. Who was everybody? Nobody said that but your friend Giselle. Giselle is the only person that said that. Even Karen was looking at her confused like, what? Grabbing her butt at the bar? Who said that? The way I cannot wait for this reunion. The way I cannot wait for this reunion. Giselle, you got to be taught a lesson. You really got to be taught a lesson, because anyways, Sharice brings up her conversation that she had earlier with Wendy about her and Karen. And it's just like, y'all, this is nonsense, because this is a non-issue between Karen and Sharice. Both of you women are in y'all 50s, approaching 60s. Who even cares? If y'all have a problem, y'all talk about it. So Sharice is trying to drag Wendy into it like, oh, well, Wendy was saying something about I might not be coming from a good place. Who cares? You and Wendy spoke. What does that have to do with the rest of the table? And so Wendy, I guess, starts to feel like, oh, y'all think y'all coming for me? I don't think so. She's like, what's the issue? Like, you have yet to say anything to Karen, but you're talking about me. What's this energy for me? And she was like, are you scared of her? Are you scared of her? I don't know who tagged handsome Squidward into this conversation, but she's like, Wendy. And I would have been like, Mia, what's up? Child, that's where things just started to take. That's when they ended up on the wrong road. Wendy was like, you was just in the car saying that you understood now why it is that Karen don't mess with Sharice. So you pipe down, little mama. And then she's like, she don't know what to do. Because Mia's in distress now. She don't know what she do. And then Robin. I guess the same person that tagged Handsome Squidward into the conversation also tapped Robin on her shoulder because she jumps in it and was like, don't let people twist your words. Don't let people twist your words. You shut the fuck up, Robin. Nobody was talking to you. So I guess the lion spirit that normally sits on Mia's shoulder was taking a nap because she decides to just come clean. It was like, I did say you were being theatrical about the room situation, but you were. And she was like, I was being real calm, which Sharice was being calm. Like, I don't remember her doing theatrics. She was like, I need a bathroom. And to be very honest, a lot of people don't like when they're not comfortable on vacation. They like to be comfortable. So there was nothing theatrical there. But Sharice, really, I don't care that she lied on you because you done pissed me off. So somebody must have told Mia that her impressions are funny. I didn't even crack a smile. And she starts going into this, Sharice. She starts going into this impersonation of Darling. There was no bathrooms. And it was like, girl, I guess that's supposed to make people forget that she tried to lie. So Patricia the grifter walks in and he greets the ladies. And Mia's like, brother. And the way that Mia is acting, like, did I miss something? Is Peter an exec at Bravo, NBC Universal? Like, let me find out that he's Andy's boss. Because the way that she is acting, like, is Peter. Like, child, I guess. So Peter greets everyone at the table and he talks to Wendy and he's like, you ain't coming? She was like, check your text. And he was like, oh, okay. And Giselle, messy ass, is sitting up there giving a little eye to Mia, and Mia thinks it's about to go down, and nothing goes down. Nothing goes down. Even Ashley had to be like, Peter seems his regular jovial self. She made it seem like he's about to come turn up on Wendy. And she did. She made it seem like Peter was going to come chasing after Wendy with a cutlass or something. Like, but, you know, I guess it wasn't enough drama for Mia. So you hear Mia and Ashley kind of whispering on the side. So Mia's like, let me go turn things up a notch because this wasn't enough. This is not what I had thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a big ass scene. I thought I was going to have my moment to ghost produce. So anyways, Mia tracks down Peter because she is so thirsty. She wants to know what's the beef, what's going on. And he explains his side of the story, and she's just like, oh, so she don't know what she want to do. And she's doing all of this character. And it's just like, Mia, girl. Anyways, I already told y'all, Wendy's mother and grandmother that came before, they prayed for her, okay? So she will not be a part of no foolishness. Whatever scam you wanted to come pull on Wendy, Peter Thomas, it will not work. It will not work. But it really looked like he was going to try to take some money from Wendy. Because this is the thing here, right? The thing. Peter, you do not have no great reputation for being no big boss mogul businessman. This is not what we know you for. We know you from opening the business and then closing it. Opening a business, then opening another one, and then closing the last one. That's what we know you for. We know you for being in the headlines for writing bad checks, for Cynthia suing you because she want to make sure she gets a return on her money and her investment. Like, you do not have a great reputation. You go from place to place to place to place. And you give off very much that you do not like women, that you have something against women. You give off grifter. You give off bad for business. So I don't know why we're sitting up here acting like Peter is just like, oh my God, it's Peter. Like, are we gonna like nobody's gonna mention like Peter? Gone on. You tried to get Wendy's little money and it didn't work. It didn't work. Move on to the next victim. Move on to the next mark. Meanwhile, while Mia is over there trying to get dirt on Wendy, Jacqueline is at the table with the rest of the ladies talking about if she had met Mia as an adult, that she don't know if they would be friends. Yeah, girl, it's not too late. You can still cut the cord now. You can still cut ties now because the way she was treating you, girl, I don't know. And then she's saying like, oh, we both have strong personalities. Girl, I can't tell. The way that she was talking to you, it's like, I would have cracked Mia's face. I would have said something to her so bad. Like, I would never let no, you can't talk to me like that. You can go to hell is what you can do. You can never talk to me the way that Mia was talking to that girl. But anyways, Jacqueline, if you say so, Bigfoot makes her way back to the table and she says, girl, I was talking to Peter earlier and he told me he had beef with you. And Wendy was like, well, I don't have beef with men, so I don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell y'all something. Before we even really get into the business, Wendy, you my girl. I love you, girl. But anyway, yeah, I don't have beef with men, so I don't know what you're talking about. And then Mia's like, don't start, Wendy, don't start. That's my fucking family. Don't start. And Wendy is like, what? And she starts telling her, well, y'all have a business and yada, 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 yada. We find out that Peter, he lying. Peter been lying. The last time that Wendy reached out to him, she wanted to see the location, and he said, I will see. She ain't heard back from him since. And now he's over here telling a whole different story to Bigfoot, and she's coming at Wendy like Peter is her man. Well, you're coming to town. Don't you think you should have called him to let him know? And she said, who was he? He's my man? What the hell? And that's how I was looking at Mia. Like, Mia was coming at Wendy like Jocelyn used to come at women behind Stevie J. Like, are you smashing him? Are you and Peter a thing? Because who the hell are you to come check Wendy about what she got going on with Peter? Is that your side dude? Like, I'm confused. It was giving very much that this is my man and I'm coming to check you. Ciao. Mia is talking all her nonsense and she's looking over at Jacqueline. I guess she's thinking Jacqueline's supposed to back up her foolishness, but Jacqueline is just kind of like, And she's saying how you should have called him. You should have connected with him when you came into town. This is business and this is how you do. And you're trying to be a mentee. He's giving you an opportunity and yada, yada, yada. And you just throwing out words because nobody asked you. Nobody cares. Nobody is seeking your advice. Nobody cares about what you're talking about, Mia. You're just saying words at this point because Wendy did not ask you for your opinion. She did not ask you for your advice. Who are you? Who are you, Mia? Nobody cares. She starts talking about, I'm the only woman that sits at the boardroom table. And she said, okay, and a black female, the only black female that sits at the boardroom. Girl, you really think someone is taking you serious? Nobody's taking you serious, Mia. Nobody. Just because you put on a blazer and a pair of readers does not make you a boss. Nobody cares. The jig been up. Nobody cares. When you went on TV last season and start talking about I was trying to enlighten the mood, bitch, we been knew you was a big dummy. Nobody wants your advice. Wendy's like, girl, let me tell you something. The only person that I need to check in with is my husband. I don't know what you and Gordon got going on over there. That is not me and mine. We don't roll like that. And she was like, why are you bringing up your husband? It's business. And they start going back. And she's like, Wendy is just speaking plain English. Like, girl, I didn't ask you for your advice. I don't care what you do. I do what I do. I don't do what you do. And she takes the drink and throws it at Wendy because Wendy was making sense. Me. You would have thrown that drink at me. Y'all would have seen something on y'all television screens because that was so disrespectful. Who the hell are you to take a drink and throw it at Wendy? You picked a fight with Wendy. You're talking to Wendy about something that's not your business. You were not a part of this. You're not in business with them. You weren't sitting at a meeting with the two of them. What is it your business? Usman you on day. You gonna throw a drink at her because she's letting you know that you're overstepping? Mia really took her drink and threw it on Wendy because Wendy said, I'm not in town for business. I went back and watched that shit. Wendy said, I'm not in town for business, and Mia took the drink and threw it at her. And of course, Karen said she don't fight. Karen got the fuck up. Karen got up. with the quickness. And then Mia's talking to her, get up from the table, get up from the table. And I cannot believe, no. Mia, you a whole ass clown. Do you know that? You a whole ass clown. Wendy gets up and was like, and what you gonna do? If I don't get out, what the fuck you gonna do? What you gonna do? And then Robin Dixon is sitting up there talking about she's very antagonistic. Robin, we didn't just see your stupid ass at the winery the other day talking about you are horrible, when you was loud and fucking wrong. You need to shut the entire fuck up. My girl, Wendy, I'm going to give you a round of applause because, you know, you clowned, but you didn't really clown. But I'm glad you let that Yeti bitch know that you're not scared of her. I'm glad that you did that. I'm glad that you didn't back down because had you been the lady and the professor and just gathered your things and walked out the door, she would have tried you again, maybe 2-3 more times on this season. So I'm glad you let that bitch know that you're not the 1 or the 2 or even the 3 because she really fucking tried, Wendy. Oh my gosh. And then Giselle and Robin, y'all look like 2 idiots, clown fools. Y'all look like straight up fools sitting there. Like, what was that? Oh my God, I was so pissed. I was so fucking pissed and I just rewatched it, so I'm pissed all over again. Like, you really tried it. Robin, what are you talking about? If you don't want to fight, then shut up. Just be quiet if you don't want to fight. If you're not going to fight. And Wendy had to be like, are you serious? She threw a drink on me. And everybody keeps saying that she missed. She did not miss. There was some streaks on Wendy's face. She definitely got Wendy on the face and in her hair. The way I would have mollywopped her, you would have been swimming with those gators in the bay, bitch. Yeah, I don't know how. I do not know how Wendy did it, but Wendy really deserves a round of applause. Like, she showed so much restraint, but I'm also glad she didn't back down and let that bully think that she had one on her. No. And then Robin, you look like a fool. You sitting up there recording it. You can't even lend your voice to say, Mia, you need to stop. You're doing too much. But you're going to jump on Wendy and tell Wendy that she's not behaving the right way? Oh, if you're not going to fight, then you need to be quiet. And then you got Giselle over there encouraging Mia to continue to clown. Are y'all grown women with children for real? Y'all really need to be ashamed of yourselves. Really. And then she's really recording it like you a 12-year-old girl. What is wrong with you, Robin? And Robin's like, oh, I just want to make sure I get it right. You are the one who has been recalling everything wrong this season. So maybe you needed it for your own memory because something is not right with your recollection. But Wendy is not the one that's been getting shit fucked up. It's been you. Ooh, that shit made me mad. At this point, I'm not sure why production didn't just shut everything down. They let this continue. They bring Mia raggedy ass back to the table and they start going at it again. And of course, Giselle and Robin just know how to make shit more fucked up than it already was. And they all going back and forth. And Wendy is a much better woman than I could ever wish to be because I would have been dragging Mia until the cameras go down, I would have been just talking about her. I would have been talking about her mama being a crackhead. I would have been talking about her crackhead daddy. I would have been talking about her ugly ass husband. I would have been talking about her overused hole. I would have been dragging Mia from left to right. Every time I take a breath, I would have something rude to say to damn Mia. Like, I would have degraded Mia from head to toe. And I know this is not the right thing to do. But if I'm not going to use my hands, baby girl, I'm going to use my words. I would have dragged Mia. You threw a drink on me. And then everyone is sitting there telling, you threw a drink on this woman. And everyone's telling her how to react to it, how to behave. Are y'all serious? You antagonized her. She antagonized Wendy. You came to the table messing with Wendy. You've been plotting and scheming on Wendy and Candace since you started this trip. And she's the one that's been, girl, fuck out of here, Robin, shut up. That made me so upset. I'm sorry for yelling. But that is, whoo! I would have been dragging Mia. I would have been doing like this. Ooh, your lips, girl, your lips. Like, I would have been. Y'all think Y'all think Wendy was antagonizing? Baby, I would have shown y'all something. Everybody sitting up there, I didn't come here for this. And it's like, girl, you threw a drink on this woman. Why did production not shut this down? The way that they treated Wendy on this episode, like, it's pure trash. It's pure trash. The producers, everybody involved, trash. All of y'all, trash. Robin, trash. Giselle, trash. Sewer. You are the sewer. You're not even trash. You're the sewer. Sitting up there acting as if there's some reason why that Mia throwing a drink on Wendy was justified. Absolutely not. And then she tried to hit Wendy with her purse. Like, what are you even upset about, Mia? You started with this woman. You continue to start with this woman. You made up in your head beef with this woman. And then when you threw the drink on her, well then yeah, now all the gloves are off. So yeah, I'm going to talk about your ugly ass husband. I'm going to talk about you being a whore. I am. I'm going to call you every insult that I can form in my mind is going to come out of my mouth. I am going to drag you verbally. I would. I do not blame Wendy. No, I don't blame her at all. I don't. Because what would possess you to take your drink and throw it on her? Last season, when they were at the Reasonably Shady party, Candace pulled Mia's card, okay? She clocked Mia perfectly. You are a projector. Everything that you say about everyone else is really how you feel about yourself. It's really you. You are projecting. Talking about some Wendy is insecure. When you call her out, no, bitch, you're the insecure one. You are sitting up here amongst these women and you feel inadequate. You do. You feel less than. And that is why you have all these lies and all these fairy tales and all this bullshit. That is the problem. You are the one that feels insecure. Because even if Wendy feels insecure, Usman Nayonde, what is it your business? What does that have to do with you? You sitting up there trying to analyze Wendy. Girl, nobody asked you for that. Who cares? You have to constantly start shit with either Wendy or Candace so that you can feel like you belong in this group. And you don't. You know you don't belong, and that is the reason why you are so bothered. Wendy is sitting there minding her business. Peter didn't say shit to her. Peter didn't have no smoke for Wendy. Why would you decide to make that your fight? Wendy told you right. You acting like you fucking Peter. Like that's your man. I don't know if that's your stripper behavior that you learned down at the steak and lobster joint. I don't know if that's how y'all carry on. But girl, you are lucky. You are lucky. You are really lucky that Wendy is a decent woman. She is far more decent than you deserve. Because, baby, had it been somebody else, first of all, I would have ordered 10 drinks and I would have thrown them on you and I would have thrown one on Robin and I would have thrown one on Giselle. Since y'all think that that's acceptable behavior, we all going to be sitting here drenched. All of us. Soaked poos. All of us are going to be drenched. Then y'all have the nerve to try to tell, oh, you were being antagonistic. Fuck you. Oh, Mia, you gave her exactly what she was looking for. What was Wendy looking for? Wendy was sitting there being a decent woman. Wendy was sitting there minding her business. She wasn't bothering nobody. Y'all started picking at her, and then y'all get upset when people respond to y'all foolishness. Who are you? Who is Mia? Who are you, Robin, to tell somebody how to react? We have seen you lose your shit multiple times. Multiple times. You were sitting in front of your boss ready to fight Katie. Shut up. You have some nerve. And then yo, Wendy, I'm glad that people are showing Wendy love. It's a couple of trolls in the mix, but I'm really glad that people are showing Wendy love because Wendy, you really did something. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even aspire to be that great because Mia would have thrown that drink on me. I would have learned Mia something. I promise you, she's lucky. She's lucky that Wendy did not go to the restroom and collect toilet water and then pour it on you. And then when she would have thrown her phone, I would have thrown her phone in the bay. You throw your purse, I'm gonna throw your purse in the bay. You got people like Mia need to be taught a lesson. Then her stupid husband is sitting home talking about some, oh, don't let that bother you. Shut up, she's the one bothering people. And then for them to really sit there sitting there laughing, and then Giselle is celebrating. I would have wiped that smile right off of Giselle's face, because I promise you, I would have thrown 2 martinis in her face. Since we laughing, since it's funny, let's all sit here and be drenched together. The only person with a little bit of sense at that table was Ashley. And I don't like to give Ashley nothing. But my bestie was like, nah, you got to look at it. Ashley was being a better person than the rest of them. I don't like to give Ashley too much of nothing at all. So it really pains me to say that, okay, Ashley was at least a little bit decent. Because Karen, the grand dame, you sitting up there making jokes too. So was Ashley, though. Ashley was making jokes. Y'all think that shit is cute? Y'all think that's funny? And then they're adding effects. Editors are adding the Matrix effects. That shit's not funny. That's not entertainment. Y'all really think that when it comes down to these black girls, we should just take whatever treatment from people? Who y'all lucky me? Ooh, y'all are lucky. Y'all are very lucky that Wendy is a better woman than the rest of you. Because I promise I would have ordered 10 drinks. Please keep them coming. Everybody getting washed. Everybody getting baptized. Y'all lucky it wasn't Teresa. Teresa would have cleared that table. She would have swiped that table. Drinks on everybody. And then for Robin pissed me off so bad on this episode. Like, I was screaming at the TV, shut the fuck up, Robin. Shut up. Whew. Mia gotta go. That ghetto bitch and then she had the nerve to call Wendy ghetto. Is Wendy ghetto, or are you projecting again? You're the ghetto one. But anyways, all y'all are some clowns. All y'all some clowns. I'm throwing tomatoes. Tomato, 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 tomato. All of you. Because my thing with Karen, why you couldn't turn to Mia and say, Mia, you need to calm down. You're doing too much. Calm down. I'm sitting in between you, the two of you. You're doing too much. And you just keep getting up from the table and like, it's my birthday. Girl, don't nobody care about your birthday. You need to tell her to calm down. You brought her into our fold. Anyways, I done got really, this episode pissed me off. I'm so good. Y'all swear it's not colorism. Oh, I don't see any colorism on the show. It is colorism. How does Mia start a fight, picking a fight with Wendy, and then she becomes the victim? And everybody needs to coddle and console Mia. How does that happen? She threw a drink at this woman. That is assault. She threw a drink on this woman, but she's the victim? Because Wendy responds to her? She picked the fight with this woman and she's the victim? Y'all have turned, I hope it was worth it to y'all, because y'all have turned a lot of people off. I'm going to keep watching as long as Wendy and Candace is on this show. But I promise y'all, this right here is trash. It is trash. You think people want to watch these shows week after week and be triggered? No, they don't. But anyways, I think I'm just going to end this video here, because I got so, I forgot how mad I was yesterday when I first watched it. And rewatching it, it just pissed me off all over again. I'm going to wait, because I've already seen a preview of next week's episode, and I believe I'm going to be just as annoyed. The next video is probably going to be another rant. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.